Hello, ladies and gents. Please like, comment, subscribe. This is my review for Married to Medicine, Season 6, Episode 8, Pajama Problem. Well, Pajama Drama. The episode starts off with Dr. Jackie and Dr. Simone. The most important thing that happened in this moment is, drum roll please, Dr. Simone had sex with her husband. Oh my God. Oh my God. Aren't we so happy for her? Oh my God. Aren't we so She had sex with Cecil, and she actually initiated it. She feels more comfortable in a place that she wants to, she just wanted to have sex with her husband. Of course, he was down. So now it's all about, that's one problem. Dr. Jackie's thrilled, over the moon, because Dr. Jackie said, look, sometimes it makes sense to be you come home, and it's like, all right, we haven't done it in how long? All right. She said, sit at the edge of the couch, on your knees. Just let him just go for it. I said, that sounds like some Dr. Heavenly advice. What type of mess is this? Anyway, Dr. Jackie's going to put together a little pajama party so that the ladies can get closer, because right now it's Quad versus Toya, and we know Dr. Contessa is still recovering, so she's not going to be a part of that shenanigans. So now, next thing we see is Dr. Contessa. She's at home. Her husband's there, and this is a lot, because she's still, I guess the fluids that have to come out that are draining. I didn't realize she has something that was like the equivalent of a colostomy bag, but for her boobs, not for stool. But I was just thinking, wow, that surgery was major then. And she talks about how her kids are always coming in one after the other, and she loves them, but she just needs a little bit of sleep. And I'm just happy things are going okay for her, and the recovery will happen once it happens, but she has support, so that's great. Now we get to the start. Just keep this in mind for the rest of the episode. Mariah gets some news that she did not expect. Aiden comes in, and he comes in, well, he has to leave for work early today. Why? Because the company that he works for, the emergency, hospital corporation he works for, they're being bought out. They can't compete with the larger companies, so they're being bought out. The problem with that is now he does not know if he will have a job. He will work. It's just that in order to work and for the lifestyle that he currently has, he doesn't know if that role is still secure where they currently live. And so Mariah just has that look of, wait a minute. In the confessional, she talks about how she gave up her career and her aspirations. She put that in the back burner to focus on her husband, on her family life. And now you're telling me that the life that they've built and they're comfortable in overall and where they are here in the South, that California, North Carolina, some other places that clearly she didn't want to be in or be a part of. And she was over it. But the thing is, right now, he's just telling her that this is what can happen. He's being very calm about it because he does not know. He does not have the information. Plus, he knows his wife. He knows that he can't go in hot. So he has to go schmooze this over for now. And then once he gets more details, they can make a sound decision. Because she's over it. I said, I understand. We get it. Now we see Dr. Heavenly. Dr. Heavenly is talking to her therapist. I said, oh, he got a haircut. The hair doesn't look as poofed up as it normally does. But look, she graduated to actually greeting him with a hug. I guess at first it was a handshake, a nod of acknowledgement, a hug. So that's one thing. But now she's there to talk about her Miami trip. And there was a pause. I'm thinking, so who's going to talk? And so then he said, well, I was waiting for you to say something. And then she goes and talks about how during her trip, she didn't realize that the feelings that she had about her father dying, she never really processed it. And that's what he was trying to get her to see and realize as well. And how the way how she handles people again has a lot to do with maybe the skills that she didn't develop, or the words that she didn't hear growing up. Like, she didn't hear her mom say she loves her. She didn't hear certain validating things of endearment. She felt like her mom loved her, but like her father. Her father said he was a good man, but of course he was always away because he was in the military and all these things. And so that helped build the person that she is. Now we fast forward to today. She said, in all honesty, aside from my sister, who, there's all that going there. She loves her mom, but one person in this world that gets on her darn nerves all the time, one being who constantly does it, her name is Mariah. And she just doesn't like her because she knows the buttons that she pushed. She doesn't like someone who lies on her. She doesn't like someone who, tries to get under her skin intentionally. And her therapist said something. I said, look at this. This may actually be real. He said, your response is your responsibility. And I know I've heard that before. You're the person in charge of your thermostat. No one else can go and touch your thermostat, turn it up or down. Things can be going around that can affect if you want to turn your own thermostat up or down, but it's yours. You have to take the power and claim it and own it. I'm just adding on to this because I'm sure someone needs to hear this on this Sunday night. Now, she hears it. We'll see how she utilizes that information. Quad moved out, and Quad has her mother and also her Aunt Beverly there to support her, but it looks like Quad had moved out. Did Quad move out? Or, yeah, she did move out. And she did file divorce papers as well. And her Mother Mary, because her mother's name is Mary, so Mother Mary, she's quiet because I think she just wants the best for her daughter, and she's trying to navigate this whole situation as calmly and as nurturing as she can, and she's just hurt. She's like, she didn't want this for her. Her and her marriage wasn't that great. Quad, maybe she has an okay relationship with her father. It's just more so a matter of respect. And so she said, I know my parents had their troubles, but it didn't seem that bad. The mother's like, their relationship wasn't great. I had to dead that one. And I didn't want that for you because, that's such part of life out. And so it was nice to see them there supporting her. But here we go to the other side of the spectrum, aka Miss Toya, Miss Harris. So Toya is talking to Eugene, and of course he's a doctor, but their relationship, this is one of the few times where, normally I think I call the husbands by their regular name. So Toya and Eugene, they're in their home talking, which is fine, but the news about, I guess the blogs, acknowledging the fact that that Quad is getting a divorce.
Remember to like this video, leave a comment, and subscribe and come back.
She filed for divorce and she moved out. These are two things that Toya did not know. And Toya is pissed. Dr. Simone is actually in bed with her husband. She has full makeup on, but the bonnet on. I said, okay, this is cute. We haven't seen this in a while. So I was just happy to see that. The important part goes back to Toya and Eugene. And Toya just feels hurt. She feels like, how am I supposed to be your friend, even though you're not giving me this information, even though you're not telling me certain things I should be knowing as your friend. We had good times. I thought we were actually getting closer. I'm thinking, how did you think you were actually getting closer by butting it? And so then here goes Eugene saying, you know what? Maybe you need to just slow your roll a little bit. Dr. Simone just wants Quad to feel comfortable to discuss things with the group. Eugene tells Toya, hey, you can ask Quad about this, but because Toya said, I know sometimes my delivery, but I can put some sugar on top. He said, wait, let's be mindful of what you're putting the sugar on top of. And when I tell you, I had a good old giggle. Not a laugh, but a giggle. Because it's so true. I think that's the biggest issue. Like I said, I don't think that Toya is intentionally harmful to her relationships or friendships, but I do think that mentality of it's me, oh Lord, it can be very selfish and it's self-centered. And again, we know Toya can be a very good friend, but what we also know is that sometimes she makes things about her when it's not about her, or at least it's not fully about her. Dr. Jackie, like I said, she was throwing that pajama party. So now we have the ladies come in one by one. We had the drinks, we had the snacks. There was general agreements of we're going to go and support Quad. We're going to go and not cause much drama. Dr. Heavenly still doesn't like Mariah, but this isn't the Mariah show. We're just going to go move forward and make sure that we can just go, they can just go and be girlfriends. Now, Dr. Heavenly pretend like Mariah didn't exist, and now Mariah's upset, even though Mariah didn't want to have contact with Dr. Heavenly before. Oh, this is draining. Dr. Garrett, she shows up, and Toya shows up. Like I said, everyone shows up. They're in their onesies. Everyone's cool. Hee hee ha ha. And then in comes Quad. Remember, Contessa, she's not going to be there because she's still recovering from surgery. For now. It looks like next week it might start to be more so mental than anything else. Now, once Quad sits down, gets some food to eat, one of the things I love about this show is that they actually eat. These are grown women and they actually eat on the show. In most shows, we only see them with food around but never eating. Who's so good to eat? Anyway, Quad was told by Dr. Heavenly that, hey, the floor is yours. So unlike last time, if you want to say something, you can say it. You can say it. You can say it as long as you want, as loudly as you want, as crying as you want. You can say it. Quad said, I don't want to say anything. I just don't want to, you're aware of situations, not details, but just situations. I just don't want to go and discuss that right now. I said, cool, great, let's move on. Dr. Jackie, to break things up and to get the heat off of Quad a little bit, calls Contessa, and of course Contessa can't be there. And so then Dr. Jackie decided, why don't we all do some role-playing stuff, and we'll pick names out of a bowl, and we go and act as that other person. And it was cute. It was cute. I think Dr. Simone was Dr. Heavenly or something like that. Yeah, she was. She was. Mariah was Dr. Contessa. Dr. Heavenly was Toya, and Toya wasn't pleased. Toya was not pleased. She was like, try again. Let's see. Dr. Jackie was, who was she? Was Quad. I said that wig. But anyway, then we get to the next layer of stuff. Dr. Jackie, of course, being therapist for the night, was talking about, hey, her version of a friend. And she felt like when it comes to friendships, if I can't go and be honest with you, if we don't talk in a while, and if we just stop talking, period, then we're not really friends. And I said, so who are you directing that to? And so then when she was saying, Dr. Heavenly, if I can't say, ooh, maybe you're eating too much, or Dr. Simone, whether she said to Dr. Simone, I said, Dr. Jackie and these subtle digs that she gets away with, I tell you. Eventually it goes back to Quad, and Quad talks about how over time she will go and express herself, say what she wants to say what she needs to say. Only issue is, because Dr. Heavenly said, so how are you right now? She said, I'm dealing. Toya says, well, if I can ask a question. I said, who said you could? So then it becomes this big thing because Toya gets upset and she's saying, wait, if Dr. Jackie can talk to you, if Dr. Heavenly can talk to you, why can't I talk to you? What's with this double standard? I said, because she doesn't feel like it's an attack. She doesn't feel like they're just being nosy. The delivery is very different. That's the problem. She's sensitive. The delivery is very different, just like how Toya, you're sensitive as well. That's why if the delivery for you is in a certain way, you're over it. You acknowledge that multiple times. So both of you are actually very similar. And that's why I knew this was going to be a huge huge problem. A huge problem. And I said, wait a minute. We're not going anywhere because now you're just taking personal digs at each other. No. So then Toya calmed down a little bit because, everyone was trying to get them to relax and calm down. But Toya said, look, I love you. We are friends. My delivery, and sometimes I'm too much. I said, okay. And at the end of the day, I love you. I'm sorry. I'm just worried about you, and I don't know what's going on, and I'm not doing this to personally attack you. Some people feel like Toya is. But I said, whatever, they're friends. This is how their friendship is. Let them be. If it's meant to be, it'll be. But anyway, Quad starts crying. Quad starts doing her version of crying because she really doesn't like to. So her eyes will tear up, but them tears, they get stuck. A lot of people on these reality shows are like that. They really don't want to be seen crying out there like that. And so she goes and hugs Toya because she says, look, I'm sorry. I know that you have been concerned and I didn't want to go and say this or say that. I said she didn't want to do that because of the issues that you two were having. It wouldn't have been real. It would not have been real. It would not have been genuine. And everyone's crying. Mariah's crying. And I said, what's going on here? This is too much. So that's it. That's the end of the episode. It got interesting towards the end. But let's move on. Come back next week.